go. We're gonna do this one the right way. Groove.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Cali Rose Experience. Today we will cook. We'll be starting off by making some cornbread dressing. And if you've never had cornbread dressing, boy, are you missing out on a southern delicacy. I started off by going ahead and melting 2 tablespoons of butter in my baking dish by putting it in the oven on 350. The reason why I do this is because I like to add half of that butter to my cornbread mix at the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a box of Jiffy according to the instructions, except I'm gonna add a couple extra ingredients like this here, which is sage. This is actually the key ingredient to your southern cornbread dressing. And I'm just gonna go ahead and give that a good whisk. I don't have a whisk because it broke, so we'll use a fork. This is some frozen bagged green peppers, onions, and celery, and then the butter I keep talking about. We're going to go ahead and return this back to our hot baking dish. We want to go ahead and scrape the sides of that and get all that goodness out of there so that we can make sure that we have our pan fully covered. We're going to put that back in the oven on 350 for until it's golden brown. I liked it a little extra brown, so I took it out when I was ready. I put 20 minutes, but it was actually more around 25 minutes to get this color. And this is perfect for me. Now let's move on to our chicken. I did marinate this chicken for 24 hours because Chef Jimmy would haunt me in my dreams if she knew I did not marinate my chicken. Here is the ingredients that I put inside of my chicken. So we are going to go ahead and put this in our baking dish. The idea behind this is for me to get broth to be able to put inside of my cornbread dressing. So we're going to put our chicken inside of an oven for 350 for 45 minutes. Okay, we are back 45 minutes later, and let's see what we got. Dun 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 dun. All of that gooey goodness smelling good in my kitchen, baby, going into my cornbread dressing. Go ahead and set your pollo aside and break up this dressing mix. Now, if you got a little bit of aggression built up, you can use your hands, but I decided to use a spoon. I'm going to go ahead and add 1 can of cream of celery soup. This does give it a good consistency and a nice flavor also. Even though I did add a little bit of celery beforehand, this is just like the icing on the cake. Go ahead and add 1/4 cup of that good chicken broth with all those chicken drippings and mix well. Just keep going. Don't mix it too hard. You want to kind of toss it in. Of course, give it a little bit of seasoning because you do want your food to taste good. Don't waste another pan. Just go ahead and return this back to the pan that you cooked your chicken in. Go ahead and spread it out. Make sure it's even so it cooks through and through. I did find that I could have used another box of Jiffy. I was trying to be, not that big backed because I couldn't eat all of it anyway. But long story short, let's just return the chicken to the pan on top of this cornbread dressing, and then we will return that back to our oven, baby. Yes. Comment down below because I want to know what you're eating today. Okay, so if you have your macaroni and cheese recipe down, clap for yourself. Congratulations. I don't. I actually mixed 2 different types of noodles into this dish because I only had enough from each box to make a little bit of batch for me. So don't judge me, okay? 1 tablespoon of butter. We're going to go ahead and mix a 1/2 cup of heavy cream and 1 egg. When I did this, I did think about my Auntie Rita and how she used to make macaroni when I was a little girl. She kept it simple. I'm always trying to do something extra, making a roux, making a cheese sauce. No, I just thought back to my ancestors. No, I'm just joking. My Auntie Rita's still here. I just thought back to when my family used to cook, and I just literally went back to that recipe that I saw them make growing up as a little girl. That's the great part about food. So here is my macaroni and cheese, and let's go ahead and put that in the baking dish so we can put it in the oven. Jesus, look at all of that gooey goodness. I swear I wish y'all could smell my kitchen. Smells like Thanksgiving in here, except it is May 14th, and it should not smell like Thanksgiving at May 14th. But that's the blessing of being an individual, is you can have Thanksgiving any day, because I'm always thankful, baby, for a little dressing and a little macaroni. Don't get me started. Okay, so we cannot have this heavy of a meal without having some type of vegetable to go with it. I have been on a broccoli kick lately, so I did a little medley, which you can see here. And now for the star of the show. This cranberry sauce has been in my refrigerator for 5 days, y'all, since I bought it. It is nice and chilled, and it is ready to be cut. How many of you can get this cranberry out the can looking perfect like that, huh? Let me know in the comments. Can you get your cranberry out the can? Anyway, if you know, you know, you know. You can never have this type of meal without having cranberry sauce to go on top of that dressing, baby. Let's go ahead and take our meal out the oven because we are ready to eat. Y'all come eat. If you know where that's from, then you know what I've been binge watching lately. I cannot get enough of the meals that she prepares for her children. It has inspired me to cook more often for my kids. Literally, the things that I want to go out and buy, I just find myself making them at home. So thank you to my girl telling her kids, y'all come eat, because it is inspiring me to tell my kids the same thing. Look at this beautiful plate, y'all. Now it's time for dessert. Shout out to my neighbor Vicky for today's dessert sponsor. She did make this for a friend, and she sent the rest over to us to have. This was a pineapple cheesecake flavor, and then I did add some fresh cut strawberries on top of it just to give it a little bit more zazz. My kids ate this up. I just washed the pan and I sent the rest to my husband's job. I always do that. I send extra food for his clients because they deserve a little treat too. So I just got the pan back and it was empty. Last but not least, a little something for me, baby. I filled these nice decadent strawberries with that cheesecake mix, and I am tired, okay? So let's go ahead and give it a try. That is beautiful. After all of that work, a great reward. It was okay. I ain't gonna lie. It was maybe a 4 out of a 10. I won't try again. Thank you for watching. Bye.